Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you a little MX Simulator tutorial. I know if you guys are anything like me, you've probably struggled with this a bit. I've been trying to make my own skins for years and I can never figure it out. Um, I was able to get with some guys on Discord. Shout out to Rocky for everything he's taught me. Hopefully I can make this a little easier for you guys. I know it's a little bit difficult with the forums and everything, so hopefully today I can teach you guys everything you need to know in order to make your own bike skins on MX Simulator. So for starters here, first things you're going to need to do is you're going to need to be able to have your bike models. In order to do that, you need to go over to this Discord here. This is Isaiah's warehouse. Isaiah makes all the models for the game. There's some other guys that make them, but 99% of your guys are going to get into the models that Isaiah has. You can join this Discord here. You got to purchase all of his models here, things like that, payment. You guys can handle this there with Isaiah. You can get all the bike models that you want there. Then you're going to get into whatever models you have. Right now, I've got the Suzuki, the YZ450, the KX450, and then the Husky. You can get every single bike model that he offers. Today, I'm just going to show you the Suzuki. So you'll get the Suzuki file here. Let me get back to the beginning here. Right. Alright, so this is the graphics I just got done doing here. I'm going to teach you guys pretty basic stuff today just because if I were to go in crazy and do a whole design, this would take pretty long. So for starters, we're just going to do a base model here. So your diffuse file, all of this here. If you don't know Photoshop, this is going to be pretty intimidating at first, so I'm hopefully going to make this as simple and painless as possible. So you will never need to do anything with UVM spec normals at all. You are only going to save those, which I'll show you how to save as well, but all you're doing is the diffuse, okay? So you're going to open this file here, go down to where you see graphics. Let me close some of these up. Graphics, okay? This graphics folder, you're going to see that this is my graphics that we just did. So if I hide these here, we go into the base, and it's going to look a little different than you guys because I changed up my graphics colors as well as my seat, but just follow along and I'll show you how to do that as well. So for starters here, you need to grab your graphics folder. So go ahead and close this. You're going to come here, you're going to go to duplicate group. Just say this is whatever. For right now, we're going to go YouTube tutorial. Say this is whatever you want. This is just, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and open this document up to new. Okay. We're going to open this up. So stock model here, you're going to see a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to just go ahead and delete all of this for now. Don't worry about what I'm doing. This is just going to be for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to open these. So this is what I just did. So we're going to start with the base, okay? So you should have a stock file in here. You really don't need to worry. You're not going to see this. This is obviously mine. But we're going to go into the base here. This is the stock. So we can just close this up, okay? So this is what you guys should have here. You should have stock and base. Go ahead and hide your stock. So this is all we're going to have now. A lot of people use different things here. A lot of people want to use the pen tool. That's totally fine. If you're super good with the pen tool, that's fine. I like to use the lasso tool here. So you have a few different things. I like to use the polygonal lasso tool. So within this, you're going to have different little setups for each piece of plastic. So grab your lasso tool. And for starters, if you just want all yellow plastics, right? Like you don't want to do nothing except for have yellow, that's totally fine. You're going to grab everything here under the base. We're going to add a new layer, okay? So we're going to rename this YouTube. So this layer here is what we're going to be building everything on. So whenever you're doing anything here, don't worry about the stock, don't worry about base. You're going to do everything under your own layer. Name this however you want it to be, okay? So under the YouTube, we're going to change this. We're going to do an all white Suzuki right now, okay? So that's what we're going to start here. Now let's build some base. We're going to just do top black line here across where we would put our name. We're going to cover this. We're going to change the fill to black. Okay, we're going to do that there. Let's say we want to do this for a RMZ 250FK, so we're going to make black background. So we're going to do here to here You can even cut this off if you want to do anything crazy. We can just make it small. However you want to do this shape is completely up to you. It's going to work the exact same way on everything, okay? So we're just going to cut this off for now, go all the way over. Okay, there's our black background. Change this to black, deselect. Okay, so there's a black background. Now let's do the same thing over here. We're going to make it even, come to the corner, and you can also zoom in. Don't be afraid to get real zoomed in on this if you need to. We're going to make this dead even. We're going to come straight across. We're going to come down. I'm going to back up a little bit just so I can see. I'm pretty sure this is going to be accurate, but we'll take a look here. Zoom out a little bit. I came down a little. We're going to clean this up actually on this one. So, and here's the other thing too. Rather than having a Control Z, for those of you that don't know what hotkeys are, Control Z is going to be able to reverse the last step you just did. You can keep doing that to undo whatever you did. Control plus is going to be zoom in. Control minus is zoom out. So for this stake, we're just going to kind of be messing with this a little bit. So right here, rather than me undoing everything I did previously, we're just going to cut this off a little bit. Come back up, fill this with white. Okay, now those are pretty even, okay? So now we've got backgrounds here. For this, we're gonna just come down, cut this over. And then if you don't like your selection, I personally don't know a good way to do it, so just close it back off and do deselect. So we're gonna come here, come back up. We're just gonna come across, fill this with black. Okay, there's that. There's our background. I'm going to actually come back through here again and make it white. Again, this is just a tutorial for you guys, so you can make whatever colors you want here. You don't have to make them the exact same that I am. We're just going to do some basic stuff, but that's going to be that here. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to add some numbers. Grab your text tool. Grab this here. Make your number. 344, that's my number. Change this to white here. Okay. Change your point. I'm going to go up to 150. It's a little too big. Okay, that's good. And then over here in your characters panel, you can totally mess with everything you need here. I'm going to move this over a bit. If you want it to be a lot longer, what you're going to do here, so this tool here is going to be able to change. We're going to drop this to 150, pull it down, get it to however you want to fit in there. Personally, I like my numbers pretty long. You guys may like it a little bit different. So that's how you're going to just finesse everything that you want to do within your numbers. Okay, I like that there. So we're going to leave that. Now that I've done this, and you can see, obviously my 3 is hanging over a little bit, so I'm going to want to expand my black a little bit. So I'm going to just come straight off the point here, make it straight up. And you can see how I kind of went a little long, so you can just finesse that. Okay, so there's that. Remember, you got to be on your YouTube layer to change anything. Change this back to black. Okay, so now we're back down there. And you guys can mess with this however much you want. Okay, so I'm going to grab this now. I'm going to Control C to copy, Control V to paste. We're going to grab this exact one. And we're going to move this over there. For our side shroud, rotate tool here, just spin it. This may crash just because I'm recording, so everything's going to be really laggy. Okay, so we rotated. And obviously, the front number plate is going to be bigger than the side shroud panel, so we're just going to shrink this up a bit. It'll automatically shrink your font. You don't have to change anything there. Get this how we want it. Okay, I can make this a little bigger. Okay, that looks good. Same thing, grab that, Control C, Control V. We're going to come to the other side, rotate again. Apologize for the lag. Alright. Mess this a little here. We're going to make it bigger. Your goal is obviously to try and keep it as symmetrical as possible. But it's just not going to happen. The shapes are different. Shrouds are different sizes, but we can try and make it pretty close. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Okay, so that's that. Now, if we want to start adding graphics and stuff, okay, so I've made a few different ones. I'm going to show you just some of the stuff that I've had here. So if you want to add a logo, you can grab anything that you want off Google, okay? So let me just pull up a Google search just for you to do this. That way you can see here. Let's pull this up. We're going to just type in red Suzuki emblem, okay? Go to images, and let's just find one that we like. We're going to go with this one here. Okay, 900 by 900 is not great. It's coming in a little blurry. Let's grab a different one. All right, this one works. The best thing you can do is try and find a logo like this. We'll just go ahead and do this one for now because anytime you don't have a background, it just makes it 10 times easier. So just go ahead and save that image. Go into gallery. We're just going to do red RM logo. Okay, we're going to save this. Go ahead and clear out of there. Now we're going to go to File. We're going to do Place Embedded. Go to your gallery, find that logo we just did, okay? And it's going to automatically pop in here. So now let's say we just want to move this here, and we're just going to put this right dead smack in the middle, okay? That's our Suzuki emblem, okay? So we're going to click Done here. So now you'll see that you still have this background, right? You're going to have the checkerboard. You don't want that. All you need to do is come down here, click Remove Background, let Photoshop do its thing, and bam, you're good to go, okay? So the one thing you can do is if you see here, if we zoom in pretty far, we're going to see that there's still some checkerboard. You can do a layer mask, which is pretty difficult for those of you that don't know Photoshop too well. So that's going to be this here is your layer mask. You can create one, paint over it. It's going to remove the background, add the background, things like that. That's really complicated for a lot of people. You can just do this super easy. It's just grab your eraser. Oh, it's not working on this one. We're going to swap this. There we go. So swap your tool there to from black to white. So a lot of people don't understand this. This isn't just colors, okay? This isn't just painting or anything like that. You're actually swapping your background from your foreground as well. So if you were selected on black, you're going to add from the background. White's going to clear it, okay? So we just come in here, delete this checkerboard. Boom. All done there. Same thing down here. Come through, clear out your checkerboard background. And boom. Okay, done. And then as far as this here, this will clear out. But just for purposes here, you can do the same thing. Once you save this, it will disappear. But for now, we're just going to come through and just delete this. Okay, I want to clean that up a bit. Again, Control Z is your hotkey to unwind your last move. Come in here. Just like that. Okay. Same thing down here. Helps a lot. You have a steady hand on your mouse. I do not. This is more so just for guidelines. You don't actually have to do this, but you can clean things up pretty easy this way. Like I said, so you can just come back through, swap in out your foreground and background. This just works the exact same way as a layer mask does. Okay, so there's our emblem there. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Again, Control C, Control C, Control V. But now this is why a layer mask works a little better, because now we've got to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this. But this it gives you an idea of how this works, okay? So we're going to delete this layer. Oh, that's the delete in the background, so that'll work. Now, if you want to have the ability to actually see from this side, all you need to do, there's a rotate tool down here, rotate view tool, okay, and then you can just switch it to where, boom, we're other side now, okay. That way you can make this look as even as possible. We're dead center there. Okay, remove background. And then everything's the exact same process. Okay, zoom back in. Personally, I don't like the way, even though it's even, we're going to just shift it a bit. Bring it up some. Okay, that looks good. Grab our eraser tool, switch it, get rid of some of this checkerboard. Okay. Again, I'm not going to make this perfect, guys. I just want to show you how to do this. If I were to actually make this for somebody or myself, I'd come through and really clean this up. There's a lot of things you can do to really, really clean it up. I don't have that kind of time right now, but I'll show you some of my other designs just to make it a bit cleaner. Okay, that's that. So that's how you're going to add a logo. I'm going to revert this back to the main side here, dead center. So that's that. Now, you do that same process for anything you want to do in here logo-wise. You want to throw fenders full of logos, do whatever you need to do. Say you want to make some designs here, I'll show you a couple things you can do. So if you just want to do a quick little design here, let's say you want to throw some red stripes in. We're going to go fill color. So again, I'll show you how I did that. So again, that's just the lasso tool, okay? Make a shape, come over here to your fill. You're going to go to fill color and change whatever color you want, okay? You can change literally any color that you want in here. So we're going to make this red. The other thing you can do is if you go to fill color and you grab your eyedropper, see the eyedropper tool, we're going to come over here, we're going to match our red. Oh, it's actually not grabbing the red. It's interesting. Oh, normally you can grab that. For whatever reason, it's not grabbing it, but we're just going to go red. Oh, that's why. Okay, see it? Remember? I said every time you've got to be on your layer, so that's why it wasn't working. So now you've got to grab your layer, come back over here to the lasso tool. We're just going to make some red streaks here. We're going to go fill color. We're going to eyedrop, boom, match. Okay, there's that. You can do that over here. Say you want to just do some quick little design work. Okay, fill color. Okay, so that's how you make your designs here. And it will remember the last color you use. So that's how you're going to create your little design work, things like that. Let's say you're all done with this, you're happy. Type tool for name works the exact same way as your numbers. So we're going to go ahead and just leave this like this for now just because of the YouTube tutorial. So I'm going to delete everything out of this just for the sake of this video. So I know I don't have to worry about anything getting messed up. Gonna delete this later. Okay, everything looks good here. Make sure we bring these down. Okay, so now everything is within this YouTube tutorial. Okay, so we're going to duplicate group again. We're going to move this back over into our PSD. Hop back over on here. Okay, so now we've got it in here, okay? So now, like I said in the beginning, I changed all my plastics so it looked a little bit different from you guys. So now if you wanted to change all your stuff, so you'll see down here, everything's black. You can't see anything on yours. All this is gray. So that's going to be your frame. So we've got our YouTube tutorial now. We need to put that inside of graphics like we just did there. So we're going to go into the seat here, okay? We're in the defuse. So on yours, you're going to have this JGR logo, everything. All this is going to be here for you guys. The Guts Racing logo, overlays, everything. So right here, we're in the rectangle. We're going to double click this. This gets you into your stitching and your ribs. I don't need to edit any of this right now, but if you guys wanted to, that's how you get in there. We're going to go seat base, color overlay. So that's how I've got my yellow seat. Now let's say we want to change this to white because we just did an all white bike. We're just going to go through the process like that. Boom. White seat. It works the exact same way for your plastics. So we're going to close up the seat. We're going to go down to plastics, open those up. We're going to go to the front fender here. We're going to make this white. Okay, we've got that. Front plate, double click, white. Gas tank, they don't actually have this colored in here, so I don't need to worry about that. Rear fender, it's already black. We're going to change that to white, all of our fenders there. Side plates, we're going to leave these black because I think that looks good. Fork guards are white, rear disc guard, boom, we're all good there. So we need to go to shrouds now. Open this, shroud piece 1. It's yellow, we're going to make it white. That looks good. Shroud piece 2 is black. I think it looks alright the way it is, so we're just going to leave everything there. So that's that. The only thing I'm curious on is this front fender. I'm not sure what's going on there. Why it's showing up black. Let me mess with this for a sec. Open up graphics. We're going to go down to stock. Okay, so this is my graphics that we started with. We're going to empty that. There it is. Okay, turn off base. So if that happens to you, I knew it was the base file. I just didn't know why it was open and viewed. So that's why the base is there. So shut that off, and you're gonna see it disappears. Okay, so graphics are good again. So now everything on this looks pretty good. I'm pretty set on it. I mean, it's obviously you can do a ton more. I'm not gonna actually save this myself, but you can. And I will show you how to do that. But we're going to mess with anything that you want in here, guys. It can be adjusted. So if you want to go to the suspension, we're going to go to the forks, show a sticker. All this can be adjusted. Everything you need. Fork shading, all of it. Okay. Lower tube, open this up. You've got the effects here, the gradient overlay. This is how you get that A-kit suspension look. So these here, I'll highlight them so you can see. See how that goes there. You can turn that off. You can turn it on. It's pretty cool stuff. Isaiah did really good work on this. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the swing arm. So for me, I have black on. So you can turn this on or off, or you can just change the color. Let's say you want a white frame. We're just going to go with the white build here. So that's how we made the swing arm white. We're going to go to the main frame, do the same thing here. Subframe, you don't really see it, so you can just leave it. We're going to go frame base, change this from black to white. Okay, so that's how you adjust every single thing within the RMZ file. So now when you're ready to save, we're going to close everything up on the defuse. So you're going to only see that the defuse and extra defuse are highlighted right now. This is when you would come in, you're going to go export, quick export as PNG. For now, we're just going to save this to our desktop. Now, this is the biggest thing with this. A lot of people, myself included, get really confused on the saving part. And this is where my guy Rocky came in and saved the day for me and why I'm doing this for you guys. Now, every single person in this game, minus a very select few of people, are going to be playing on the FC 450 spec. In order to save it to that, let me grab the file here. I don't want everything. Open it up. Go down to Rocky. We're going to save 1 second here. Let me pull up the code here. Okay, so you're going to save this. If you want to play on the 2017-2018 FC450, this is what you're going to type in order to save it. You're going to go FC450 version 2016, and then to save it for what you want to do, this first file that we're saving, the defuse, is just going to be saved as a PNG. So that's all you have to save here. So we're going to go, for this one, let's just name it tutorial again. So we're going to go FC450 version 2016 dash, I'm going to go YouTube, I'm going to go dash number 344. So we're just saving the PNG on this, okay? So we're going to go into my bikes folder, my sim bikes, obviously not MX bikes. This is what I named all my graphic stuff in. So we're going to save the PNG here. And now we're going to unhighlight these. You're going to highlight your normals. You're going to go File, Export, PNG. We're in the same file here, sim bikes. We're going to do the same thing. Version 2016, YouTube. But now we're going to go underscore norm. And you're going to save that. Unhighlight norm. Highlight spec. Same thing. Export, PNG. Same stuff. We're going to go dash YouTube underscore spec. Okay, so that's how you save that. We're going to minimize this. I'm going to open up my sim file. Go to the Suzuki. Okay, so all of this is how you get your JMs. Now, don't let this part confuse you like it did me. It really kicked my ass for a long time. All the JMs are already built for you. You don't have to do anything. So every single Suzuki is going to come stock, as we just saw it, with Pro Taper bars and the Pro Circuit exhaust. So you have to pull that over. So we're going to grab the swing arm JM. Every single bike's going to get this. The main frame JM. We just went through and did the Pro Taper, so we're just going to leave that. You're going to grab the Pro Taper fork upper, fork lower JM. You grab the Yoshi. You don't need that unless you're doing the Yoshi. So we did the frame PC, swing arm, upper, lower, and we dragged all that over. Okay, so we can minimize this. This is our bikes file. We're going to grab, put these in here. And then you're going to rename these the exact same way, okay? So we're going to grab this. We're doing the swing arm first, so we're going to rename Control V. So you're going to go FC450 version 2016 underscore swing arm dash whatever you named your file, okay? YouTube.jm. Now we're going to do the same thing for the upper. Dash YouTube.jm. Same thing for the lower. Dash YouTube.jm. Come over to the frame. Same thing. Control C. Rename. Control V. Dash YouTube. Okay, so that is how you save everything as far as name goes. Okay, so now what we need to do is open up your personal file for sim. Open file location, move this over here. We're going to side by side these, okay? So now you're going to grab everything that you just did. PNGs, norm, spec, all your JMs, control, and we're going to copy, or you can just drag, okay? You can copy and paste, or you can just drag. Give it permission, copy all these over, and there you go. Now it's in your file, so we can open up sim. Go into a game. So bikes have, again, this is for the FC dynos. It's what everybody plays on if you're on a 450. Everything works the exact same way no matter what spec you want to go on. All the names are in the forums as far as how you want to save them. For this particular tutorial, I'm going to show you on the FC450 because that's what everybody plays on. I ride Open Amateur for the Sim series for Race Factory, so I'm doing everything on my FC450. So we're going to come down to bike graphics. We're going to go over to YouTube. Okay, so we've got that saved, new race, open up any game. takes a while to load, sorry. Alright, so there we are, guys. Now it's in-game, okay? We're gonna have to go tab, we're gonna spectate. And that's it. That's all it takes. So I know it can be super intimidating, guys. I know it took me forever. If it weren't for my boy Rocky, I would definitely not be doing this video right now. So I appreciate to him. Without him, there's no way that I would have been doing this. So that's it, guys. That's for every single tutorial that you're going to need on this. I don't have a gear tutorial. I'm still learning that stuff. It's super, super easy. It's just getting the hang of it at first. So that's how you're going to save every single bike that you need to do. It's a little bit different for each one, but overall, that's how you're going to do it. You just need to make sure when you are doing these, you're making your graphics in the defuse file. Open up your graphics and you can adjust all this. So I hope that worked for you guys. I hope it made things a little bit easier. If you have any questions, I will leave my Discord in the comments, and hopefully you guys can go on and making your own bike skins. I am not currently making bike skins for anybody, but if you guys are interested, reach out to me on Discord. If nothing else, I'm willing to help you out, make your own, things like that. Shout out again to Isaiah for all the bike models. Shout out to my guy Rocky for helping me learn the process. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free, reach out to me on Discord. Hit me up in the comments here. I'll do whatever I can to help you guys. And yeah, good luck. Thanks.